Tencent has released Covo-Audio. It is a 7 billion parameter end-to-end large audio language model that can take raw audio as input and produce audio as output within a single unified system. No separate speech recognition, no language model, and text to speech pipeline is all chained together. This is what we are going to install locally on our system and we are going to test it out. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. This new model is built on top of Qwen 2.57 billion as its language backbone and supports spoken dialogue, speech understanding, audio question answering, and full duplex voice interaction, which means it can handle interruptions and back and forth conversations in real time. There are two variants of it. There is Covo-Audio Chat for half duplex conversational use and Covo-Audio Chat FD for full duplex interaction. It's open source and available on Hugging Face and GitHub, and I will drop the link in video's description. Let's get installation under the way, and we will also talk about its architecture later down the road. I'm going to use this Ubuntu system. I have this GPU card NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to Mass Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. The virtual environment is done. Let's git clone the repo. Let me now install all the prerequisites, which is going to take a couple of minutes. While that happens, let's talk more around the architecture of this model in as simple words as possible. So under the hood, as you can see on your screen, audio comes in through a whisper large V3 encoder, gets compressed through an adapter, and is fed into the LLM alongside text tokens. The model generates a mixed sequence of text and discrete audio tokens, where the audio tokens are produced by a WaveLM based speech tokenizer with a codebook of around 16,000 entries. Those discrete tokens then pass through a two-stage speech decoder, first a flow matching network, then a big VCAN vocoder to reconstruct actual audio waveforms at 24 kHz. The prerequisites are still being installed, so let's take advantage of this time and let me explain very quickly in simple words as what is this big VCAN and vocoder and all that stuff and flow matching, because it is really important these days to understand. Big VGAN is a neural network designed specifically to convert mathematical representation of sound into actual playable audio waveforms, whereas flow matching is the step that happens just before Big VGAN. The model internally works with discrete tokens, essentially a sequence of integer codes representing audio chunks. That's it. And flow matching is a technique that transforms those rough discrete codes into a much richer, continuous acoustic representation that carries more detail, like things like texture, timbre, and fine-grained sound quality. So the chain is that there is a discrete audio token, then flow matching which enriches it, and then big VCAN vocoder which renders it, and then finally we get 24 kHz audio waveform. And meanwhile everything seems to be installed, and please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without any hype, and goes without saying to please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member. Okay, let's go here. Everything is installed. Let's download the model. Make sure that you are logged into Hugging Face. I'm already logged in. If you're following along, just grab your read token from Hugging Face profile. It's a free token, and then use the same command to log in. And then I'm just going to download the model to my local directory, and it should be done quickly. It's quite fast. And the model is downloaded, as you can see. Let me quickly show you this file which we are going to run in terms of demonstrating this model, which is present in their GitHub repo. So this is a shell script which primarily calls this Python file. Now if you go through this Python file, this primarily loads two files. I have just replaced my own files because the files in their repo are in Chinese. So primarily This script is running a two-turn spoken conversation with the model. We ask it a question via audio. It responds in both text and speech. Then you ask a follow-up questions, and it answers again while remembering the previous exchange. So let me play the audio which I'm going to ask. First question.
Can you explain what a black hole is in simple terms? Can you explain what a black hole is in simple terms?
So this is the first question, and then this is a follow-up.
How big can they get?
Right. So now if you look at this code, this is exactly what this code is doing. This is the first one, and then this is the second one. Okay, so let's go back to our terminal, and then I'm just going to run this. So I'm going to kick this script off. It is going to load the model first onto our GPU, and then it is going to do the inference for both of the files which I just played for you. So the model is being initialized. Now it is loading, and model is now doing the inference with the code. The first question is about what is black hole in simple words. It is going to hopefully explain that. While it does that, let's also check the VRAM consumption as the model is fully loaded. So just consuming under 28 gig of VRAM as it is fully loaded onto the GPU. A 7 billion parameter model audio, it is okay, I think, given the size of it, as long as it performs well. It is bilingual, it is not multilingual, only English and Chinese at the moment. Let's wait for it to come back and then we will check it out. And this is the first one. So it says that a black hole is a place in space and all that stuff. So I think it has defined it pretty well. Nice, grounded, very pointed and targeted. And now it is also dealing with the second question while remembering the previous one. So it maintains the context between these audio files. And this is all due to the architecture which I explained to you earlier in the video. Okay, let's wait for it to come back. And there you go. This is the second one, which I think it has done again quite a good job in terms of explaining it in further. And then the next question was around the size, and it is really talking about right as per our instruction within the scope. So this is the text output. If you want to check out the audio output, it is in the decoded audios folder. So there is a turn 0 and turn 1 as you can see here. So let me first play the turn 0, which should be the same as the text. Let's play that.
Sure. A black hole is a place in space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape from it. It forms when a big star runs out of fuel and collapses under its own weight. Once something crosses the edge of a black hole called the event horizon, it's gone forever, no way back. We can't see black holes directly, but we know they exist because of how they pool on nearby stars and matter.
And the second one.
Black holes can get really big. Some are millions or even billions of times heavier than our sun. The biggest ones live at the centers of galaxies like our Milky Way, and they're called supermassive black holes. Others form when stars collapse, making stellar mass black holes that are still huge but much smaller in size compared to their giant cousins.
So you see, of course, audio can be improved, but not bad at all in terms of maintaining context between these conversations. So that's it. Let me know what do you think. One point I really want to say for the Tencent team is that I had to fix this example.py a lot. I had to fix their model loading because by default it loads on CPU. Also, they have just made it for I had to fix this float data type. I had to fix few other things. So it is not production ready. So if you're trying it out and if this is not working, don't worry, just message me on X after following, of course, and I'll be happy to share this file with you. But I have seen this pattern a lot with Tencent's model, and I have covered each and every model from them. Many of their models are good, but sometimes really they drop the ball when it comes to releasing code in order to test it. And already, these things take time to get installed and run and all that. But if you also have to fix the code, that just adds hours upon hours. So anyway, hopefully they are going to listen to this feedback and fix their future code. But let me know your thoughts. I think they have done really good in terms of Covo-Audio, and hopefully it is going to improve. Maybe a duplex one will be also cool. We'll check it out too later in the future. Thank you for all the support. Much, much appreciated.